We have selected 32 best teams. We encourage them to modify their business ideas based on the coaching they receive. The audience gets to vote who they think is the best team. We receive these from all over India. We have 1,000 applications from 25 different states. Winning or losing is not something that anybody should take very seriously. Entrepreneurs always keep trying more and more, maybe. So we attach a lot of importance to the process. It's not that every single student we are trying to convert to an entrepreneur. When you're giving a skill set to student, you can measure the outcomes in the immediate startups that may come out of it.
Hi, Namaste. Welcome to ITTV. Today we are at Geetham College. Here, Krish is with us, Chief Innovation Officer at Geetham. Today they are organizing Smart Ideathon at Geetham campus. So we will ask in detail about what is this Smart Ideathon, who are all participating, how this event is going to be in coming 2 days. Hi Krish, welcome to ITTV.
It's nice to be here.
So, what is your participation in Smart Ideathon? This is conducting here in your campus itself.
Sure.
Is it initiated by you or how it is initiated?
Yeah. Just to give you an idea, Geetham University has taken up entrepreneurship education. So this is experiential. We call it experiential education through experience. We've been doing this for the last 3.5 years. As part of that education, we have built venture development centers on all of the 3 campuses. And are creating an entrepreneurship ecosystem. If you want ventures or startups to come out, they don't just come out like that. We have to have all the supporting ecosystem. That's what we've built in Geetham University over the last 3 years. Smart Ideathon is part of that ecosystem, where we have regularly conducted pitch competitions. We have regularly conducted hackathons, we have regularly conducted pitch fests, everything on campus for our own students. So we do that throughout the year. But once a year, we go out to students across India and we invite applications from those students. Anyone at an undergrad or a postgrad level studying in any university or any college. And we do this in collaboration with Startup India. So through them, we get the reach to all students all over India.
So what is the specialty of Smart Ideathon 2023? Who are all participating? How is the participation from different areas of it?
Sure. This activity started about 3 or 4 months ago. That's when the first notification goes out. We've received more than 1,000 applications. Out of these 1,000 or so applications, we have put them through screening and selection process. So we have selected, first we selected 100, top 100, and to that 100, we have given them special coaching. It's not that we just select and give away prizes and be done with it. We have engaged them with coaching, and then we encourage them to modify their business ideas based on the coaching they received. And then from that 100, we have selected 32 best teams. So these 32 are semi-finals. So they are here. We paid their expenses to travel to Hyderabad. They all came here yesterday. They're here today, this afternoon. They'll be facing off to be the best teams. So from these 32, we select 8 teams through the pitching competition this afternoon. These 8 teams go into a final tomorrow. While the 32 teams pitch in a closed door session, the 8 teams tomorrow are going to pitch to a live audience in the auditorium that you have just seen. And we have 5 prizes to give away tomorrow. The winning team, runner-up, the best social impact idea, the best woman-led team, and the 5th category is a venture team that is selected by popular choice. The audience gets to vote who they think is the best team. So these 5 teams win their prizes tomorrow. I think the most important aspect of the prize pool is besides the cash award they get, starting with 2 lakhs to 1 lakh 50,000. Besides that, that's only the small part. The teams, the winning teams, are brought to Boston, United States, on a 2-week fully paid trip. So we call it a Boston immersion. These 2 weeks they spend in Boston on Northeastern University campus to get themselves exposed to the ecosystem in Boston and get deep mentoring in their specific domain area. We find the best expert in that area and we provide mentoring. And they come back with all those learnings after 2 weeks to apply those learnings to their ventures and advance their ventures. So that is the overall picture of the Smart Idea Thought.
Out of the 1,000, you selected 100 participants. So from these ideas came from which regions?
These are, we received these from all over India. We have 1,000 applications from 25 different states. The most dominant state is Tamil Nadu for us, from where we received more than 200 applications. Tamil Nadu, then southern states participated more. That's probably because Geetham name is known better in the southern states. Our idea is next year we want to penetrate more into the northern. We have received applications, but not in large numbers from other states. We received applications from northeastern states. We received applications from Jammu, Kashmir to Delhi, Maharashtra. So from all over the area.
So finally, who selected for the final round, they will get an award and they will get many opportunities. They will be focused. But the people who didn't come up to that level, what is your message?
The message to them is, see, winning or losing is not something that anybody should take very seriously. If I win, I'm not at the top of the world. If I lose, I'm not at the bottom of the world. So this is, everyone should take this as an experience. Every opportunity is a learning experience. So for them, that's why with the top 100 teams that we selected and gave them the coaching, we didn't want to limit it to the top 5 teams or 10 teams. We wanted to expand to 1,000 teams, and we want to be in touch with these teams, and we welcome them to contact us for any help they need going forward. Because what happens, especially in entrepreneurship, is you have to fail 9 times to succeed once. So just because you failed once, you shouldn't get disillusioned, disappointed, and go home. Entrepreneurs always keep trying more and more. Maybe you modify the idea, you pivot differently, you try something different. That's what entrepreneurs do.
Failure is not the end. Very inspiring message from you.
They hustle always to come up with a solution. Any successful entrepreneur you take in the world, they have failed first. Unless they've failed, they can't succeed.
So now India, even Telangana government, even in the Geetham College, Geetham University, trying to develop the ecosystem to bring the entrepreneurs. So what exactly you developed the system? So what kind of facilities are there in this system which you developed in your university?
Sure. So one thing we have done is we have physical infrastructure. We have rooms and facilities. We have hired nearly 30 coaches. We call them coach. These are full-time employees of the university, not faculty. These are coaches that work with the students to guide them through the process. We train these coaches. Northeastern University trains these coaches, so they know they're experienced in the process. So we attach a lot of importance to the process. That's what we tell students also. The process is more important than the product that you're developing. Because you go through the process, you may succeed in this particular product today, or you may not succeed. But if you keep it to the process, then the next idea that comes through, you follow the same process, then you will succeed at that time. Besides the physical infrastructure and human resources that we have hired, we have created a course again in collaboration with Northeastern University. We call it Venture Discovery course. This is a fundamental exposure to entrepreneurship. This is a compulsory course for every single student who enters Geetham. In the very first year, they take this course. So that seeds the thought that I can become an entrepreneur. So the idea also is not that everybody, we have close to 9,000 students who enter Geetham every year. It's not that every single student we are trying to convert to an entrepreneur. We want to give them the skills of entrepreneurial thinking, of an entrepreneurial mindset, wherein those skills can be applied to not just a startup, they can be applied to a regular job. If they go join a corporate tomorrow, these are the same skills that a corporate is looking for. Is he a person who can think outside the box? Is he a person who can design solutions for customers? Is he a person who can work in teams? Is he a person who can collaborate with others? These are the skills that any employer is looking for. So we're giving those skills. If you use those skills to start a business, well and good. Even if you don't use the skills for starting a business, use them in your regular job, that's also fine.
That exposure gives them a better career.
Exactly. Or you get the skills today, because most students are under somewhat of a pressure to get a job after they complete their education or before they complete their education. If they don't get placed, there's social stigma attached to it. Oh, I'm not successful, or the parents don't like it that he didn't get placed. So if he gets these skills, for whatever financial or social reasons he may take up a corporate job today, but these skills remain with him. Maybe 5 years later or 10 years later, he can apply these skills and start a business. We have entrepreneurs becoming entrepreneurs at every age. It's not that you should become an entrepreneur at 20 years. You can become an entrepreneur at 30, 40, 50, 60 years age. These skills become handy. So these are the skills that we want to give them. The entrepreneurial mindset is what we want to give them. If that turns into a startup, well and good. Even if it doesn't, there's no worries, because those skills will stay with you and will be useful to you in the future.
Correct, sir. So when this idea is started, when you started implementing this whole ecosystem, and during your journey, what are your recordable achievements?
So it's been about 3.5 years ago when we started this entrepreneurship venture development center idea. This is something we started off setting the stage to develop a center. It required investments, obviously, and Geetham University said, yes, let's do it, because this is useful for students. Because many universities, when it involves this kind of investment, will look for what am I getting as an outcome. Correct. Am I getting startups? Am I getting, how many startups can I get? That's the wrong way of looking at this, because as I said earlier, when you're giving a skill set to student, you can't measure the outcomes in the immediate startups that may come out of it. You may have 0 startups coming out of it, but you've given the skills to 9,000 students, and those skills will stay with them. So I think that is something, it requires progressive thinking on the part of the management to embrace that idea that if I make an investment, the outcomes are different than just the tangible outcomes. So I think that very few universities think that way. Geetham, I should be thankful that the Geetham management came forward and wanted to make the investment. So we built the infrastructure, we hired the teams, we are doing the smart ideathons. So the whole system is moving forward.
So is there any startups which came into the existence and performing well?
We do have a few startups. In fact, a few startups, one startup went into representing India in an international water challenge competition in Denmark, and even there it was recognized. So they're very proud of that achievement. The other startups, going to competitions, they win several recognitions. We are very, very proud of that. We are looking forward to, we have several startups in different stages. I would say they're early stages. So, but we're looking forward to seeing some of these startups really take off and make a difference in the society.
What are the domains you are particular about, like agriculture or food tech or fintech? Is there any specific in categories, or you are encouraging all?
So we are domain agnostic. And as I said earlier, we focus on the process. It doesn't matter what your business idea is, just follow the process. So as long as you follow the process, it can be any domain.
Finally, what is the vision of Geetham University as an innovation or ecosystem, startup ecosystem? What is the vision? How big you are going to create an impact in near future?
I think it all depends on what the future as the future unfolds. But our goal is to make the investments, encourage students to do the right thing, and develop them into responsible individuals of tomorrow, where they're solving the world's problems. Because what entrepreneurs do is they solve problems. So if they can take up problems and create an impact in the business world, in the society, as an alma mater, we'll be extremely proud of those students.
So, as a Geetham University has a wonderful vision to solve the problems of the whole world. So, many startup entrepreneurs has to come from this university, and this has to create a big impact. Thank you very much for your time, for sharing your insights and your vision about creating the startup entrepreneurs and developing for this ecosystem which is available for the progressive society. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.